It's easy to dream about the passive income and the comfortable and relaxing retirement a portfolio of this size could potentially generate. And I'm here telling you that achieving a $10 million plus portfolio in 15 short years is actually achievable. All you have to do to get started is, well, get started. So in today's video is all about showing you how to get your foot in the door and continue growing your portfolio.
The challenge of getting to the property market.
Typically, home buyers need a 20% deposit.
Perhaps we should just stick with that.
Obviously, this case study is just going to be a simplified, illustrative scenario of what the process might look like. There's a lot more that goes behind the scenes, but it's a good example of what the process would look like. So let's dive straight in. The first thing is to just get a property. Start at an affordable price point, give yourself time to let the numbers make sense. Have the debt and have the rent and see how easy it actually is. All of a sudden, that fear factor becomes a lot more manageable and it's put into perspective. So, say you buy the first property for $1 million. That means the total savings you would need to pay the deposit, stamp duty, and other upfront costs is $250,000, a 20% deposit and 5% buffer for the rest. Here, the loan amount will be $800,000. You manage to rent the place out for $40,000 per year, with your mortgage expenses and other outgoings adding up to $36,600. That means your cash flow for the first year would only be $4,400. You'd increase the rental by 5% each year. The goal here is to hold on to the property for the first few years, increase its value, and build up some equity to buy the next property. So part of your strategy should be to contribute an extra $30,000 per year to speed up the process for the next deposit. If you do this, by the third year, you should be ready to buy the second property. The value of this property is now $1,123,000. Your loan to value ratio has decreased from 80% to 71%. Your lender allows you to access 80% of your equity. And with that added to the cash flow you've been saving, you can use $207,000 towards your next purchase. So you refinance the loan and buy an $830,000 property. Your property portfolio is now valued at over $2 million. Now, the goal is to keep doing this every 3 years or so. Most people fail in the real estate market because they choose the wrong investment to begin with. They sit there for so long and the return is very, very little. It doesn't give them the opportunity to get back into the market quickly enough. If you want to build a big portfolio on this timeline, you need to be looking at properties that will enable you to extract equity. Once you buy the right few to begin with, it's much easier for the rest to sort themselves out. Each new property you buy will generate more equity, allowing you to buy the next property, and the next property, and the next property. And eventually by year 10, you could be sitting with 4 properties and a portfolio value of nearly $6 million. And then you can carry on. Every 3 years, you use the equity you have, you refinance the loan, and then you buy the next property. Just look at these numbers. Not only are the properties experiencing exponential capital growth, but you're also generating great cash flow from all 4 properties. In this scenario, you can see that positive gearing is helping you manage your debt levels. So you need to understand the numbers to avoid becoming overwhelmed by the debt. And by year 15, you'll have 5 properties, a portfolio size of over $12 million, equity of over $3.5 million, and a yearly cash flow of just over $100,000 per year. My tips to achieving a portfolio like this are to get started, pick carefully, look for growth, understand the numbers, and keep your focus. And then it's totally attainable. I've helped so many investors do the same. The first thing is to just get your foot in the door and have a plan. The rest will fall into place. I'd also say that none of this is possible without a proper team of people around you. You need to have an advisor, a buyer's agent, an accountant, and a mortgage broker if you want to reach this level of financial freedom. You cannot do it alone. Anyway, hopefully the numbers weren't too overwhelming and you've gained some valuable insight from this video. But if you have any questions about the figures, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Alternatively, if you want to know more about this strategy, get in touch with me today. I'm Steve Palise, author of Residential Property Investing Explained Simply. Thanks for watching, guys.